home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Ypsilanti, Michigan, home to the Eastern Michigan Eagles. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Central Michigan Chippewas, taking on a team from the MAC, the Eastern Michigan Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Eastern Michigan ready to kick it off and get this game going. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Central Michigan's offense will come out first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Making side adjustments here. He'll run it again. Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Guys, let's chat about Central Michigan. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, where you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Looking to throw, it's Wolf. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception.
Rain games are so annoying for an offense when you want to throw the football that's coming down and you can't grip it. But I just remember back in Little League football, rain practices were the best, weren't they? You just run and dive as hard as you can into the puddles, see how far you can slide. And the great thing was, Mama had to clean your uniform and not you.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. They'll leave it with the lone back. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Let's talk for a minute about Central Michigan. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough. But it looks as if they won this battle with a commitment from a three-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. And he's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away. And if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this three-star the ball.
Guys, let's chat about Central Michigan. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week, commitment from a three-star defensive back, David, and when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer pool is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer pool.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
To the air, it's Wolf. With the catch, it's Davis. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Chippewas are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Gonna take a shot. He makes a grab. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Chippewas. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. East Carolina rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Greenville. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on, hard to get him to the ground.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that is enough.
We've reached the end of the period. Central Michigan has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Got a first down here to open the period. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, better look out! Thrust that arm out. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Yeah, nice job by this defense stringing it out towards the sideline. And when I do that, man, all my body's got to rally to the football. We got to run to the football really, really hard from inside out. Nice job by the defense getting to the quarterback and making the play.
Grab in the backfield. It's Stanley. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On third down, he drops to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job.
Oh, he's got some space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Chips.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board.
Eastern Michigan, 0.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Eastern Michigan going fast. Snap from the gun on third down. Lets it fly. Finds his man open. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back and leaves it. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The kick is on its way. Pulls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position.
First and 10.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Let's talk for a minute about Central Michigan. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a three-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this three-star offensive lineman who was very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. Here we go, Zach. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Wolf. Shoots it to the left. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snagged in the middle. It's Boyd. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Chippewas come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for space. It's Garrison. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball. He just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Fires to the big fella. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Unloads to the right. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
That's caught. It's Jones. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Stanley. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it out of the shotgun, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Fires to the middle, and that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive, you want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Takes a handoff. It's Levis. Past the 1st down marker and still running. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Chippewas will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Jones.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Eastern Michigan going fast.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
To the ground. He's got it again. Nice move there. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Eagles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go up top on second and short. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes a grab over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Wilkins. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see.
Touchdown, Eagles! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after and catch and get in the end zone, that was a Job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Back to pass, it's Wolf. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Chippewas come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll set up to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Lloyd. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The give from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Booker. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, this little guy is going to be difficult for any DB to cover, especially on these slant throws, because he gets out of his break and he explodes off the line of scrimmage so quickly.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Skips away from pressure. He'll throw it. Got his man on the right. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, guys, and Central Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll run play action. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's got the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. Listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position. And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Central Michigan. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want.
Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Here's the deal. You're down with 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Makes it past the marker. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
Well, we're here in the 4th quarter, and this guy is still running hard. Really nice job on that run, breaking it off. He needs to start thinking about staying in bounds, though. He went out that time, but you want to try to bleed seconds off the clock because you have the lead here in this game.
They'll go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in this stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Fires to the wideout. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
The RPO, it's complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Chippewas kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Quarterback now breaking the field. Punts it out of the air. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Guys, let's chat about Central Michigan. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ears still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Gives it on the option. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
And the Chippewas trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Moves. Calls his own number. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. A run for the quarterback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
All right, defense, if they score, it's a wrap. It's over. So we got to find a way. I know the clock's our enemy, but we got to find a way to get a stop, put ourselves in a position we can get the ball with some clock and try to go down and make something happen offensively.
Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Chippewas! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Eastern Michigan, 14.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
No gain on the play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pocket breaking down. A strike downfield. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. They're just going to watch that clock tick down to 0, Jesse, as they run it out here.
It's just a matter of formalities now for this offense. Run into victory formation, go take a shower, talk to coach, go see the parents and girlfriend, and go to dinner.
So frustrating on the other side of the defense, knowing they can't stop the clock, knowing this ball game's over.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is it sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.